Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at a game which was Vincent Keymer against Magnus Carlsen in the last game of Norway Chess. So, hope you guys enjoy it, and here we go. So, Vincent starts with d4, classic, trying to get with perhaps the centre, of course. Magnus starts with knight f6. Maybe thinking of an Indo-Indian, and then, perhaps. But then Vincent plays c4, also very common. Then thinking about knight f3, e3, and then like knight c3 or something like that. It's a very common opening. And then, Magnus plays e6. I forgot what this opening was called, but yeah. So the computer says knight f3 is the best move, which is what Vincent Keymer says. So the main idea, though, what I do know about this is that the main idea is to play d5. I don't even need the computer for black. It's just a very good start in the opening, which is what Magnus plays. Also what the computer's saying, best move is knight c3, what I would have played. So Magnus doesn't play the right move, or best. The computer says bishop b4 was probably the best, maybe attacking the knight perhaps, I'm not too sure. Instead he plays c5, attacking his pawn, trying to get rid of it, and training it with a c pawn and not a center pawn, which is better. And then Vincent Keymer plays e3, of course protecting. And Magnus plays a6, maybe perhaps playing b5 in the future, or I'm not too sure, but it's an idea. Yep, best move on the board. Vincent takes pawn on d5. Pawn takes is best, which is what Magnus plays. Bishop comes out to e2, which was best move. Magnus plays c6, just getting out and also attacking this pawn with also another pawn, which is good. And best move is castle, which is what Vincent plays. Best move is it's changing a lot, but is to take d4 now, which is what Magnus does take. And then best move is to take with the pawn, but Vincent takes with the knight, which apparently isn't the best move, but it's still alright. So bishop d6 is best, which is what Magnus has played, which is good. Then b3, best move as well, played. I'm guessing maybe trying to do like a sort of fianchetto, perhaps. Not too sure. And then we see a casting by Magnus Carlsen. And then after that, of course, it's a sort of a fianchetto. Bishop b2 is played. Perhaps about like moving these two knights and then getting an attack all the way over here, perhaps. Rook e8, very good on the e file now. It's just a more common move. Rook c1, best move on the board. It's probably maybe like moving the bishop and then moving the knight back and then coming over to g3 maybe, and then giving that knight a very nice diagonal line. But yeah, the best move was to take. Queen should take, which is what Vincent kind of plays, and then bishop e5 is best, but he misses it, and instead he plays bishop f5 by Magnus. Best move for Vincent is a4 with knight, which he doesn't spot. He plays rook d1 instead, perhaps maybe in the future attacking this pawn. Best move is to play bishop to e5, attacking the queen, so that there's no chance of taking this pawn, which is played. The only move, it's not the only one, but it's probably the best move, is queen to d2. Vincent doesn't see this. Sorry, he does. Sorry, other way around. And then rook c8 is played, maybe to thinking about taking. I'm not too sure. Best move also played by Vincent, bishop f3. Perhaps again attacking this pawn. d4 is played, not played. Sorry. This is an inaccuracy. Best move was, d4, but Magnus didn't see this because, I don't know, maybe, but best move is take, which also Vincent doesn't spot, which is a slight inaccuracy as well. Now he takes. Now queen takes instead. And now rook takes, back, bishop takes, and now pawn takes, pawn takes. And so now we've entered the end game. I think Magnus is actually up a pawn right now. I'm not too sure. Yeah, he is. Bishop h3 is played. Now the king can't really go until this f2 pawn is moved. Or the bishop on h3 is good. The best move was to play bishop d4. I'm guessing so that the rook couldn't really get anywhere down after that, but it's missed by Vincent, and he plays a4 instead. And now the rook can have this line now. And he plays the best move, which is to f2. Magnus attacks the rook. And then Vincent goes to a2. And now a5 is played. What I'm thinking Vincent was trying to think of as like maybe trying to play b5 and get pawns traded and then like attack this pawn or something with the rook. I'm not too sure. But then we have f6 on the board. I'm not too sure about this one. I don't really know why, but it's up to Magnus. f4 is the best. I'm guessing to thinking about moving this f-pawn, perhaps. But Magnus, although the Vincent doesn't get it, he plays e4 instead. Magnus comes to king to f7. Not the best move, but still, it's alright. Another inaccuracy by Vincent. b4 plays on the board. Now, this isn't actually too good of a move. I don't know why. I'm thinking maybe the rook has something to do with it. I don't know. But the best move was g5, which Magnus spotted, and now black has the initiative by the smallest of margins. Now bishop to d4 is played. This, I don't know, but rook e2 is what the computer is saying, which is what Magnus spots. Yeah, I don't really know why, but maybe, yeah, no. So now bishop e3 is now played. King g6, perhaps maybe thinking of playing f5 now because the pawn was being attacked by this bishop on e3. The king comes to h1. I'm not understanding the move here. Rook could have come to b2 and attacked this pawn. I'm sure bishop would have just come out here, but instead h6 was played. Now rook to g1 is played. Looks like that was the best move. So king f7 is played. Apparently wasn't the best move. So this is an inaccuracy. I think it is because what was the point of playing a rook here, then to just bringing it to the d file? I think that's what the inaccuracy was. But maybe Vince was thinking about getting a check on the king and the pawn, perhaps. Magnus, of course, comes back. Vincent plays king to g1. Magnus plays king f7 again. Bishop to d2 is played. King g6 again. Bishop to c3. And now Magnus plays a different move this time, looking to trade pawns, which Vincent accepts. And now rook takes. And the rook attacks the bishop. And after that, they make a draw by agreement. So that was Vincent Keymer v Magnus Carlsen in the last round. It ended in a draw, and Pragnahanda winning it in the end, which was very good for him indeed. I don't know really why, because after takes, rook would come over here, and let's just say, pawn comes here, and let's just say you take, pawn takes. Why? Oh no, it was a draw. I didn't realize. I thought, I don't know, black was actually winning by. Oh no, no mind. Yeah. So yeah, it was good that it was a draw. Yeah. But yeah, that was it. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you will watch the next one. I'm probably going to do the Pragnahanda one on Money 1 against. I don't know who he played. It might have even been Vincent Keymer. I think it might have been, actually. I'm not too sure. But yeah, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. And yes, I'll see you again soon. Bye.